In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this type of a square that has a flower. In the center of my squares, one starts with a circle and the other starts with a flower, which is set inside of a granny square. You can see that the pinwheel pattern that is on this is right there. So I'm going to start with this first. We're going to do the flower, and then we will set it inside this, and the process beyond that is the same as this. Okay, we're going to do a blue flower. We start off the same way. We have our tail, and we take our needle, and this crosses between the needle and the thumb. Then we take this loop and cast it off and pull tight, and you have your first stitch on your crochet hook. Then we're going to chain 4, so we loop, pull it through once, twice, 3 times, 4. Now we have a chain of 4 chains. We take our needle and insert it into the first chain and pull it up, pull it through both. So that has formed a circle. It doesn't look like much of a circle right now, but it will stretch out as we get going. See that little circle in the middle of the flower? Okay. Now we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to do single crochet. Put our needle in the center of the hole, pull up a loop. Now we have 2 stitches on our needle. Then we grab a hook and pull it through those 2. That's a single crochet. In the center, pull up a loop. We have 2 loops, 2 stitches on our needle. Hook it, and I need to get that thing out of my way. That's a 2. A stitch, hook, pull it through those 2. That's 3. No, don't loop. Just go into the hole. That's 4. 5, 6, 7, 8 single crochets. This is the last one, 8. And if you're not sure if you've done enough, you can count the outside edges, the outside stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I have 8. So I am back to the middle. You can kind of see the circle now. See the little hole in the middle. Now that we're back to the beginning, we just slip our crochet hook into the first stitch we see there. Hook it and bring it through everything. So that completes our circle. Now, to begin forming our petals, we need to make some loops. So first of all, 1 chain, 2, 3. 3 chains, and then we go into the next stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. Hook, we got 2 stitches, hook, and pull it through those 2. And that's a very small loop that we have just created. 1, 2, 3. 3 chains. Then we go into the next stitch, do a single crochet, hook, pull it up. We got 2 stitches, hook, pull it through those 2 stitches. All right, do not count stitch that's already on here, okay, after we've just finished that. Now we count 1, 2, 3 chains. Next stitch, we do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Next stitch, we do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Next stitch, we do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Next stitch, we do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3. The next stitch, we do a single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Next stitch, we do a single crochet, and at this point I want to count. I want to make sure that I have the correct number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops. So we are back to the beginning. I want an even number divisible by 4. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little slip stitch right into the first loop, the base of the first loop. Just pull it up and pull it through here. So we have the beginnings of 8 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now that was round 3. Now round 4. To start off, we chain 2. 1, 2. We've got our chain 2. And now I'm going to pick up a loop before I go into the hole this time. So I've got an extra stitch there. Go into one of those loops that we just did on the last row. Into one of those petals. Okay, I pick up a stitch. Now I have 3 stitches on my needle. Hook it, pull it through the first one. Now I have 3 stitches on my needle. Hook it, pull it through the next 2. Now I have 2 stitches on my needle. Hook it and pull it through the last. Do that one more time. Loop it, go into the same petal, pick up a stitch. I have 3 stitches on my needle. Hook it, go through the first one, hook it, go through the 2, and then hook it and go to the last 2. Okay, so we just did 2 chains to start this petal off. Then we did 2 triple crochets. I think that's what it's called. I'll have to look that up. Now these stitches are longer. This one is shorter. Now the next one we want it to be a little bit shorter, so we're just going to do a double crochet. Hook it and go into the same petal. Bring it up, a hook and come through 2, and hook and go through the last 2. And that way this will be a little bit shorter. Now to finish it off, to kind of round our petal, we're going to come down to the base right between, this is a petal, that's a petal, right in between, right in the middle there. We're just going to do a slip stitch. We pull up a loop and bring that loop right through there. So that shapes our petal from down here all the way around to there. So the highest places are in the middle. The top does tend to curl up a little bit, and that's fine. That just adds to the look of the flower. Okay, we did 1 petal. Now let's do another. First we chain 2, and then we're going to do into the next hole, the next loop, we do a triple crochet. There's 1, 2, 3. It's like 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've done 2 triple crochets. Now I do a double crochet. I'll explain it again on the next one. I just want to kind of get one done so you can kind of see. All right, I'm at the end. I've got 4 rows. Now I need to do a little slip stitch to bring it back down to the base. Slip stitch. Okay, so now I have 2 petals completed. Let me go over the process again. Okay, chain 1, chain 2. Now we're going to do a triple crochet. So loop it. We have 2 stitches on the needle. Go into the loop where we're going to place the second petal. The 3rd petal. Loop it. We got 3 stitches. Now loop again. Bring it through the first one. Loop it. Bring it through the next 2. Loop it and pull it through the last 2. That's a triple crochet. Loop it. Go into the same loop. We got 3 stitches, hook it, go through 1, hook it, go through 2, and hook it and go through the last 2. That's the second triple crochet. Now for our double crochet. Loop it, hook, we got 3 stitches, bring this through 2, hook it and go through the last 2. Now we do our slip stitch to finish off this petal. Okay, we now have 3 petals. See, they kind of go around like the petals of a flower, and you can kind of see how they slightly curl up on the back. They have like a little rounded part. They sort of curl up, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we'll do another chain 2. We'll do a triple crochet, and we'll do another triple crochet, and now we do a double crochet because we want the side to be shorter. The outsides are shorter. And then we do a slip stitch in between where the 2 petals would join. Okay, next 2 chains, and we do a triple crochet. Oops, I did that wrong. That was double. Back it up. Yes, sometimes I have to back it up because I get ahead of myself. Hook it, go through. Okay, pull it through the first, pull it through the 2, and pull it through the last 2. Pull it through the first, pull it through 2, pull it through the last 2. Now double crochet. Pull it through 2, hook, pull it through 2, and now the slip stitch. Okay, next petal, 1, 2 chains. Now a triple crochet. 1, goes through 2, hook and goes through the last 2. Now we do another triple crochet. Goes through 1, goes through 2, whoops, and the last 2. And now we do a double crochet where it comes through 2 stitches and then hook it and goes through the last 2, and then we finish it off with a slip stitch. I like to pull the slip stitch like up first, and then I pull it through the last thing, because that's where we don't want to have an extra stitch. See how our flower is shaping up? Okay, we got 2 more to go. 1, 2. Now we do a triple crochet. Through 1, 2, the last. Another triple crochet. Through 1, through 2, and see, it takes 3 steps to do that stitch. That's why it's called a triple crochet. All right, double crochet. It takes 2 steps. 1, 2. Now we do a slip stitch to finish off our petal. Okay, we start counting here. 1, 2 for the chain, and then go into our last loop to do a triple crochet and another triple crochet. I'm gonna pull my thread out, and then we do a double crochet. Yeah, this is a little harder than just doing the basic granny square. But hey, that's how you learn. You learn one thing well, and then you graduate yourself to something just a little bit more complicated. And that's it. The flower is done. Isn't that cool? Okay, I need to get my needle out of the way. Where are my scissors? Pull it up. And there's our flower. I like to grab my loose end and pull it to the bottom. And I also like to tie my 2 ends together, my starting and my ending thread. I don't like these strings because they get in my way when I'm crocheting. So here we have our flower. Now these flowers don't have to be inside of a granny square. You can actually add them to a hat for decoration, or on a sweater, There's a lot of different patterns, a lot of different flowers that you can learn, and this is a fairly simple one. Now we're going to learn how to put the white square behind the flower. I like to do white. It's just the way I did this one. Okay, let me change threads.